if the world's most brilliant detectives never found the answers? What if entire cities were haunted by mysteries that refused to be solved, even decades after everyone stopped looking? Tonight, you'll hear about 10 unsolved crimes so shocking, so bizarre, that they still leave police, families, and internet sleuths utterly baffled. How can a family vanish without a trace, with zero clues left behind? Why did an entire group of hikers end up dead in the snow, one with a missing tongue, and no suspects ever caught? And is it possible, even today, for a villain to commit the perfect crime, leaving behind nothing but questions? Stick with me, because some of these cases were solved, or so we thought. But new evidence has reopened old wounds. And even as we get closer, some answers may be even stranger than the mysteries themselves. Ready? Let's dive deep into the darkness that still refuses to tell its secrets. 1. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, Russia, 1959. A group of 9 skilled hikers venture into the snowy Ural Mountains. Days later, rescue teams find their tent, slashed open from the inside. Bodies are discovered scattered across the snow, some nearly naked, one missing her tongue, some with massive internal injuries, but barely a scratch on their skin. How did experienced trekkers flee into a deadly blizzard without gear? Was it a military cover-up, a freak avalanche, or something no one is willing to admit? Could anyone survive what happened on Dyatlov Pass? 2. The Hinterkaifeck murders, Germany, 1922. On a quiet Bavarian farm, 6 family members are brutally murdered, one by one, lured into a barn. No motive, no suspects. Days before, the family had complained of footsteps in the attic and mysterious newspaper clippings. Was the killer living inside their home the entire time? Why did the murderer feed the animals and eat meals for days after, before vanishing forever? 3. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann, Portugal, UK, 2007. 3-year-old Madeleine goes missing from her family's holiday apartment while her parents die nearby. No ransom, no traces. The world's media slams Portugal as the place where children vanish. A global manhunt brings hundreds of suspects, bizarre theories, paparazzi chases, but no answers. Was it a crime of opportunity, or was something more sinister going on in Praia da Luz? Could someone have watched, waited, and then taken a child in under 90 seconds? 4. The Tamam Shud case, Australia, 1948. A well-dressed man is found dead, propped against a seawall with no ID, no connections. His pockets? Empty, except for a tiny scrap of paper. Tamam Shud. It is finished. Even stranger, a book with a bizarre cipher code surfaces, followed by possible spy links. Was he a Cold War spy, to be erased without a trace? And what does Tamam Shud really mean for the man no one could ever name? 5. The Sodder Children Vanishings, USA, 1945. A Christmas night, fire reduces the Sodder family's West Virginia home to ashes, but 5 children are never found. No remains, but years of mysterious sightings. A photo in the mail, a strange woman at a hotel, a cryptic message. Did the children really die in the flames? Or were they kidnapped, forced to live a secret shadow life, hidden from their desperate parents? 6. The Yuba County 5, USA, 1978. 5 men vanish on their way home from a basketball game. Months later, their car is found abandoned in rugged mountains, far from their route. Over the months, bodies are discovered, some preserved in a cabin, surrounded by untouched supplies. Why did they veer so far off course? Could it have been foul play, or did a series of tragic mistakes snowball into disaster? 7. The Setagaya family murders, Japan, 2000. On the night of December 30th, a family is killed in their home near Tokyo. Evidence shows the suspect stayed for hours, using their computer, eating ice cream. Blood, fingerprints, even a pair of gloves are left at the scene. How can so much DNA, so many clues lead nowhere? Was the killer a passing stranger, or someone the family knew but never suspected? 8. The Long Island serial killer, USA. Since the 1990s, a desolate stretch of beach near New York has concealed bodies. linked by phone calls, grisly similarities, and a chilling lack of suspects. Dozens of cases, but no clear timeline or identity for the killer. Is there a single serial predator or multiple monsters at work? And how can anyone kill and vanish over and over just miles from a major city? 9. The Isdal Woman, Norway, 1970. A woman's burned body lies in a remote valley in Norway, surrounded by coded notes, wigs, and forged passports. Investigators suspect she was a spy, but every lead turns cold. Why did she erase her identity so completely? What did she know, and why did it demand silence, even in death? 10. The Boy in the Box, USA, 1957. A young boy, never identified, is found in a cardboard box in Philadelphia. Despite facial reconstructions, fingerprinting, even a national TV app, appeal he remains America's unknown child. Who was he? And why would someone work so hard to ensure no one ever learned his name? 10 cases, 10 families, hundreds or even thousands of police officers, journalists, and armchair detectives. Yet not one definitive answer. Let's revisit what makes these crimes so haunting. Dyatlov Pass. Scientists say avalanche, but survivors' wounds, one with a missing tongue, others with fractured ribs and no bruises, don't fit classic cases. To this day, Russian authorities refuse to name a true cause. Hinterkaifeck. Locals still whisper about secret affairs, farm workers, even supernatural forces. No fingerprints, no clean motive, just chilling silence in the snowy barn. Madeleine McCann. Massive investigations, aging suspects, even fresh DNA scanning. Yet official police have admitted, we fear we may never know what happened. Tamam should. The message was a page from a book. Cryptologists never cracked the code. Recent DNA hints at a missing man from Wales, but still, definitive proof is missing. Sodder children, multiple alleged sightings, some even adults calling the parents decades later, were never verified. Was it organized crime, a local grudge, or an elaborate cover-up? Yuba County 5. Why leave a warm car, walk into freezing woods? Official answer, mental confusion, but one possible witness saw 2 men, a woman, and a baby in the area. Still, no resolution. Setagaya family. Authorities believe the killer might have traveled in from South Korea or China, but Interpol has never matched the DNA. Long Island serial killer. In 2023, a suspect was arrested for some of the murders, but not all. Is one monster behind the rest, or are others still out there? Isdal Woman. New DNA techniques suggest her origin is somewhere between France and Germany, but even this breakthrough leaves only more speculation. Boy in the Box. Adopted grave reads America's unknown child, but private DNA lab Identifinders International found a likely family. The truth remains locked as relatives refuse interviews. Is ultimate truth even possible in a world where evidence fades and secrets multiply? We may never know who wrote Tamam Should, why the Dyatlov hikers ran, or what secrets the Setagaya killer left in those icy Tokyo streets. But these questions keep us searching, and sometimes the search reveals even deeper mysteries than the crimes themselves. Which case twists your mind the most? Do you have a theory no one's heard before? Drop it in the comments. I'll be featuring the wildest, most compelling theories in an upcoming video. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that challenge everything we think we know. This is Mystery Narrator, signing off until the next chilling mystery.